Welcome to Motor Masters, where power meets precision and engineering becomes art. Here, we explore the world's fastest, boldest, and most innovative machines on land, in the air, and across the sea. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss the stories behind the machines that define modern performance. The BMW i8 isn't just a car, it's a vision made real. When it was unveiled to the world, the i8 didn't follow trends. It set them. It wasn't trying to be the next big supercar. It was trying to be the first of a new generation. A performance hybrid that didn't sacrifice style or power for the sake of efficiency. First revealed as a concept car in 2009 under the name BMW Vision Efficient Dynamics, the production version launched in 2014. And when it hit the streets, it looked like nothing else on the road. With its futuristic low-slung body, scissor doors, floating rooflines, and sharp LED lighting, the i8 looked more like a spacecraft than a streetcar. But it wasn't just about looks. This was a machine engineered with intention. At its heart, the BMW i8 is a plug-in hybrid. But don't let the word hybrid fool you. This wasn't built to just sip fuel. It was built to move. The Powertrain is a combination of a 1.5-liter turbocharged inline-3 engine mounted at the rear and an electric motor mounted up front. Combined, they produce 369 horsepower and 420 lb-ft of torque, enough to launch the i8 from 0 to 60 mph in just 4.2 seconds. The three-cylinder gasoline engine sends 228 horsepower to the rear wheels through a 6-speed automatic transmission, while the electric motor sends 141 horsepower to the front wheels through a 2-speed automatic. The result? All-wheel drive, instant torque from the electric motor, and thrilling balance from a mid-engine layout. It's not just fast in a straight line, it's agile in the corners too. BMW didn't just throw tech under the hood and call it innovation. They rethought the entire car. The i8 is built around a carbon fiber reinforced plastic passenger cell, extremely strong, yet incredibly lightweight. The frame and substructures use aluminum to keep the car as light as possible while ensuring rigidity. The total weight? Just about 3,500 pounds. Extremely lean for a hybrid car with 2 drivetrains and a battery pack. Speaking of the battery, the i8 featured an 11.6 kW lithium-ion battery in later models, giving it up to 18 miles of pure electric driving range. Not much by modern EV standards. But that's not the point. The i8 wasn't built to be an electric car. It was built to bridge the gap between traditional sports cars and the electrified future. And in that role, it was revolutionary. The interior of the BMW i8 continued the theme of forward-thinking design. The cockpit was driver-focused, clean, and wrapped in sustainable materials like recycled fabrics and eco-friendly leather. Digital displays replaced traditional analog gauges, and ambient lighting created a futuristic, almost spaceship-like atmosphere. Even getting into the car, thanks to those dramatic upward-opening doors, felt like stepping into something special. One of the i8's most impressive traits was how seamlessly it blended its 2 power sources. The transition between electric and gasoline power was smooth, automatic, and responsive. In comfort mode, the i8 would balance performance and efficiency using electric power at low speeds and the gas engine when needed. In Eco-Pro mode, it maximized efficiency. But in Sport mode, everything came alive. Sharper throttle response, tighter steering, more aggressive power delivery, and the i8 turned into a true performance machine. Yet what really made the BMW i8 special wasn't its speed. There are faster cars. It wasn't its electric range, There are EVs that go further. What made the i8 special was its philosophy. It dared to ask, what if a sports car didn't have to sound like a monster to feel like one? It proved that speed and sustainability didn't have to be opposites. And in a world still skeptical of hybrid performance, the i8 stood out as a piece of proof. The i8 wasn't built to win races on a track, though it handled itself well. It was built to change perception, to show what the future could look like when engineering, sustainability, and design all push forward together. It was a risk, and a bold one. But it worked. Production of the i8 officially ended in 2020. Over its 6-year lifespan, BMW sold more than 20,000 units worldwide, making it one of the most successful plug-in hybrid sports cars in history. And even though it's no longer in production, the i8's influence can still be seen across the industry. From the way car makers think about electrification to how they design and build their next-gen performance cars, the i8 left a permanent mark. Today, the BMW i8 is something of a modern classic, not just because of its rarity or its wild design, but because it was a turning point. It arrived at a time when most car manufacturers were still cautious about electrification. It didn't whisper its intentions, it shouted them, with butterfly doors and laser lights and a concept car silhouette that somehow made it to production unchanged. In the years since its release, we've seen a boom in hybrid and fully electric sports cars. But when you trace the lineage of this movement, the BMW i8 stands out as one of the pioneers, the car that went first and showed everyone else how it could be done. If you're lucky enough to see one today on the road, it still draws attention, it still turns heads. And even after all these years, it still feels like the future. Maybe not in terms of raw specs, but in spirit. It's a rolling example of ambition, innovation, and the courage to try something truly different. So, the next time someone says hybrid cars can't be exciting, remind them of the BMW i8. You've been watching Motor Masters. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and remember, true power isn't always loud, but it's always impressive. See you in the next video.